People need to be able to trust their government. How are people expected, how are expecting millions of people to abide by rules which are totally necessary if they think the people at the top are taking the mick and not abiding by the very rules that they themselves enforce? Look, a year ago, think about what was happening. Think what we've gone through over the last 2 years. People watching the funerals of their relatives on Zoom, myself included, incidentally. People who couldn't hold hands with their dying relatives. The millions of people, including many of your viewers, who live alone, who had periods of horrible solitude, the people whose education has been injured. We have made the biggest sacrifices as a country since World War II. And the fact that at the top, the very top, and you said one party, the allegations are multiple parties by the people at the very top of society. And do you know what? This is what is even more galling. The vast majority of people abided by those rules because they had to. But when there were those who didn't or were accused of not doing so, the state came crashing down on their backs like a ton of bricks. Like the carer in Somerset who was fined for having a sandwich in a car. Like the homeless people who have been charged under anti-lockdown rules. Like the £1 million worth of fines that have been handed out to Londoners. Like the fact that over a quarter of people who've been charged for violating anti-lockdown rules were found by the Crown Prosecution Service to have done nothing wrong. So we have people at the bottom of society, some of the poorest and most vulnerable people in society, who have been fined up to £10,000, financially ruinous for lots of people, that amount of money, while the people at the top, the people who set the rules, the people who told us to stand by those rules or face the consequences, they were there having cheese and biscuits, wine, who knows what they were doing, dancing and cavorting. Okay. And the allegations are over and over again. If he does not resign, this pound shop Trump, in this pantomime we're all trapped into, then all it's telling us is it's one rule for them, one rule for everybody else, and it undermines public faith.